is, I mean, in case anybody is new, Saturdays and Sundays at 6 to 7, between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Monday through Fridays between 1 and 2 p.m. The time that I have the, oh, having a mic in front of me would probably help. Instead of on the other side of the room when it was where it was just a second ago. Let's go. Happy, beautiful Saturday, March 7th. I hope everybody's doing amazing. I hope everybody's doing great. Had a great Saturday, great weekend. Has an amazing Sunday planned and all that great stuff. I guess I should do this right and actually have the chats in my OBS. Pop out chat, copy, OBS, custom docs, YouTube chat, paste. Oh, it'll probably help if I had it on too. And then Rumble. Oh, maybe I'm live on Rumble. I think I am. If OBS did its job. Let's see what's happening. OBS, did you do your job? Count settings. No, we need dashboard, I guess. Oh, my content. It's still pending. Oh, okay. So that's a problem. It should be live. Oh, we are live. Good. We just need a chat from here now. And then we're out of here. Pop out chat. Copy. Thank you. And thank you. And 1 second. Let me just paste this link into OBS and we'll get going. Yeah. I've had a wild Saturday with some crazy news as far as health goes and somebody in my family, and it just, goes to my point of how grateful we should be, or the fact that we should be grateful every day for waking up, that you can wake up and be alive. I mean, it's crazy. I don't want to share too much because it's, I haven't asked, or I don't know if this person would want me to share, but yeah. Just be grateful, shit, every day that you're alive and healthy, or relatively healthy, and you have the ability to progress in life. All right. I think I'm good. Oh, let me turn this horrible music off. I don't know what that was doing, being on. That was terrible music. It was dirty. Let me make sure you guys can get also a zoomed view. Boom, like so. All right. Let's see what we got going. Am I the asshole? My girlfriend is angry that I call my friend by his real name. What? Oh, we don't want anything with 1,000 freaking replies. We want something new and juicy. My 18-year-old, all right. Am I overreacting? Girlfriend of 2 years broke up with me. Let's see. 13 minutes ago. Hey, Reddit. I'm 19. My ex is 19, and we've been together for 2 years, basically since junior high. We can count, since 17. We recently broke up, and I'm trying to figure out if I did something wrong. You probably did do something wrong, but so did she probably. Over the relationship, I tried to help her with practical stuff. I helped her get her first credit card, advised her to get a new car after that. I like how you say that, like that's a great achievement that you had. That's yet to be known. Well, let's keep reading. After she had issues with her first one. Oh. And recommended a job in her field after she wasn't happy at her old one. My intentions were good, right? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. My intentions were good. I just wanted to support her. Sure. But after a while, things started changing. She would put her phone on Do Not Disturb when we were together. And when I asked to see it, she got defensive. When I did see it, I noticed she was texting other guys. She started arguing more and more. And a couple of months ago, she broke up with me. Her reason? She said God doesn't want us to be together. She's Christian. I'm Muslim. Oh, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, or all that. Since the breakup, I found out she's hanging out with other guys, texting them, and even bad-mouthing me to our mutual friends. I feel like I'm being judged by everyone for checking her phone, but at the same time, I feel blindsided by how fast she moved on. Yeah, that's because she moved on before she even broke up with you. She was already moved on, talking to somebody else when she was still with you, probably. I wanted to understand that's how they do. Did I do something wrong in how I handled things, or is this just a situation where we weren't compatible and then they find out? What a horrible decision it is usually. Where we weren't compatible and she made her own choices. That I have no personal experience with, but that's what I've heard. I want to understand, unless I don't know, did I do something wrong in how I handled things? Or is this just a situation where we weren't compatible and she made her own choices? I feel for checking her phone, but at the same time, you checking her phone is weird. If you have to check her phone, you need to check yourself because that's not a healthy reaction to anything. Whether she was cheating or not. If the fact that you felt the need to check should have been enough for you to know there was an issue. Unless you're just because there is really control. Unless I guess you're really controlling. I guess some people are cool with that. They're like, yeah, we check each other's phone all the time. Yeah, I have his password second. Unless I guess you're built like that. That's about the best way I could put it. Oh man. If you have to check your phone, you need to check yourself because that's not a healthy reaction to anything. Whether she was cheating or not, the fact that you felt the need to check should have been enough for you to know there was an issue, unless you're built like that. Yeah, this may or may not be a brand new account for reasons. Yeah, I'll just leave this exchange here. What? Passive aggressive ass shit. Fuck you. It's old. Why are you telling me bitch ass fuck too? I was being nice and you came off all shitty. Go fucking kill yourself. Oh my god, I'm dead ass confused, nigga. Why are you telling me? You messaged me under this item, upset about the price, but it has been sold. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't really care. Worst rejection ever. Let's see. I'm going to block you. If you contact me again, I'm going to the police. I am going to find your family and tell them what you are doing after I block you. If you contact me again or show up to my mother's home, we have cameras outside. Front, back, side, doorbell camera, and my dad and my uncle's carry. And I'm going to get my license. If you contact me again and if you try and attack me in person, I will defend myself. Goodbye. What's up with the double eyes? I feel like this is not America, and I don't care. Too many years. What? I thought we were in new. We need to go back to new. Where the new people post their problems. 23 female reply to ex while dating someone, 23 male. I, 23-year-old female, have been dating someone, 23-year-old male, for a few years. A guy I went out with very briefly in the past, CJ, recently texted me apologizing for being an asshole at the end of our situation. It's true, he did act like that at and I appreciate him finally apologizing. Is it weird if I replied to him to thank him? Am I supposed to feel content with the fact he apologized and feel no need to reply? Basically, do I reply thank you to CJ? If I did, I would definitely tell my boyfriend my intention is not to lie. But I don't know why. Deep inside, I want to reply. Too long, then read. Can I, 23-year-old female, reply to an ex while dating someone, 23-year-old male? You can. It's just weird. What the fuck are you replying? What is she replying to again? A guy, the CJ texted me apologizing for being an asshole at the end of our situation. It's true. He did act like that at the end, and I appreciate him finally apologizing. Is it weird if I reply? No, it's not. No, it's okay. But it's also like, damn, that's a hard one. I would ask your boyfriend first. Yeah. I would see if your boyfriend is cool it first. That will also show how how secure he is. Will also show you how secure he is. He shouldn't have a problem with you saying thank you for apologizing. But if you do it behind his back, then you become. But if you do it behind his back, then you become the bad guy. But if you do it behind his back, you become the bad guy. Yeah, we just out here slinging good advice to everybody. If you feel you want to talk to that guy beforehand, if not, then don't. If you feel you want to talk to your guy beforehand, if not, then don't. Like, no shit. That's such horrible advice. Like, it's either do this or don't do this. No fucking shit. Why? Don't make this a TV show or a movie. Ignore him. Always ignore. If you unthink with a boyfriend, then maybe you can do it. But if you deep down you want to reply, it's because of unresolved feelings, and that is murky. And again, this is not a movie. Pick a path and stay on it. No, I gave the best advice so far. What are they talking about? I would see if your boyfriend is cool with it first. That will also show you how secure he is. He shouldn't have a problem with you saying thank you for apologizing. But if you do it behind his back, you become the bad guy. Yeah. Just out here saving relationships and stuff. On an average Saturday. That's how I do. All right. Update. I, 27-year-old female, accidentally had my baby in my friend's 31-year-old female car. Wait, hold up. What the fuck? I, 27-year-old female, accidentally had my... What do you mean you had accidentally had my baby in my friend's car? Now she and her husband don't speak to me. How do I... What the fuck are you talking about, lady? Hi, everyone. Going to try and keep this short and sweet. Now, you're going to have to explain. Also, very tired, so apologize. Yeah, that's very tired. That's how you left your fucking baby in somebody else's car, supposedly. Also, very tired, so apologies for errors. There's fucking spell check. But some people were still responding to my original post. This is 26 days ago? Why is this getting showed to me? It has 9.3 thousand... 700... I don't fucking... I want nothing to do with it. Nothing. Might have issues. My 23-year-old male and I, 23-year-old female, have issues that won't stop. I and my boyfriend have been together for around 5 years, since 18. We met in high school and have been together since. Lived together for 3 of those 5 years. We have always struggled with his loyalty, finding other people attractive, cheating, watching porn. I always stayed with him because I genuinely wanted a future with him and cared about him so much. Recently, he has been trying to hook up with different people on this app. What the fuck? And others. We had an argument about it a couple of days ago, and I thought this was the end of the problem. He said he was sorry and he'd stop this behavior. I'm at a loss because it doesn't matter what I say or do. He just keeps doing the same thing. He claims he wants to be in a relationship with me, but his needs aren't met in the bedroom and all other places, and it breaks my heart. What the fuck? My needs haven't been met either, but I don't go cheating on him. Has anyone ever done something like this? It's hard because he doesn't feel any friends or family to go live with, and I don't want him to be on the streets. Any advice? So, since you don't want him to live on the streets, you allow him to abuse you and cheat on you. You allow him to basically cheat on you and make you feel like the bad guy? Do you hear yourself? Or being used and abused in some of the worst ways possible. In some of the worst ways possible. So, since you don't want him to live on the streets, you allow him to basically cheat on you and make you feel like the bad guy. Do you hear yourself? You are being used and abused in some of the worst ways possible. Yeah, I don't feel like explaining it, but that's enough explanation. We already got action. Your account is too new. Oh, what the fuck? You can't have a new account. It's okay. It's okay. We can still read, but if you need a throwaway or disposable account, you will need to create a new account with a username that begins with throw raw in order to be able to post here. This is to prevent spammers trolls. We very encourage you to use of throw raw accounts because multiple websites repost the content here. There's a plethora of IG, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's not. We will not make exceptions to this rule. I'm a bot in this. So how long do you have to be not new? Well, you guys can eat a fat one or two. That's what. Am I overreacting for wanting to end a relationship about a letter my boyfriend sent to HR? What the fuck? Why did he send it to HR? I was not given the opportunity to return to my position. While I respect the decision itself and intend to embrace it as an opportunity to gain experience at other establishments, I do not feel that this decision was made in a way that aligns with core values. Where is the sense of community in not allowing someone an opportunity to return? I had intended to meet with the start of this. Meet with somebody at the start of this season and make its goal to reconcile our differences so we could work together more efficiently. More efficiently. I endeavored to build a professional network across departments and establish positive relationships. I considered myself a respected member, some kind of community, and I hope to return in the future as a better employee. Maybe the Walmart community. I would always assist my coworkers in finding new ways to reach conservation messages, whether that was helping them to come up with titles or catchy phrases for conversation guides or through peer observation. I loved coming up with new, funny, and memorable ways to reach those messages and make them easy for guests to bring home. Both guests and coworkers have told me that they have used phrases I have come up with in their daily lives. If the intention was not to bring me back, why not tell me as much during my annual review? We will be ending your season like normal, and you will be able to return after sensitivity training in the spring. However, when I was never contacted about returning, I reached out. Yeah, because they didn't want you to fucking work there no more. I reached out and was told that my status. Oh, you can't. How come you can't see my cursor? Oh, there you can. And I was told, man, I don't know how much I want to read this. Yeah. All right. Was there me 29? My 29-year-old boyfriend. So she's 29. He's 28. Worked a seasonal part-time position at his job for 3 years. That's a long seasonal position for 3 years. This is a company that he wants to stay at and hopefully become leadership at one day. He has asked not to return this year after having some interpersonal issues with coworkers and being asked to attend a sensitivity training did he call somebody racist terms? To attend a sensitivity training at the end of the last year's season. I don't agree with how the company handled the situation, as they did not tell him he wouldn't be coming back at the end of the last season. But we lived in an at-will employment state, and they still gave him at least a month of notice after he worked some over the winter. I don't see this as an unreasonable notice, as most jobs will give very little notice when not bringing a worker back. He has applied for a promotion for the past 3 years, and each year he has not gotten it. Yeah, he's never getting it. Last year, this deeply hurt his feelings. Oh, really? It didn't hurt his feelings the first 2 years? And he had a meeting with HR. after a personal connection reached out to his boss at the time for him and spoke to me about wanting to sue them for discriminating against him on the basis of sex. He is cisgender white man and violating their code of conduct. He did not end up suing, but he still met with HR to express his frustrations. Hey, you never know, yo. People fucking shit happens. Maybe they were hating. Cisgender is just a real regular dude, right? Normal. Cisgender, male, white man. Cisgender white man. I don't know why you have to say that. Why not just say he's just a white dude? Typically, they reached out to past employees to invite them to come back for the next season. However, this year, he did not get a letter and reached out to HR. Yeah, because they're like, you're fucking a complainer and you're trying to sue us. Why the fuck would we bring you back? At that time, they told him that he was not invited back for this year. However, he's eligible for rehire in the future. Sure he is. He can submit his application. Sure he can. Pretty soon after, he wrote a letter to the HR department and hand-delivered it to their office. He told me he was writing the letter, but did not ask me to read it. Later, I found out that he had multiple other people read it before delivering it. A week or so later, after it wasn't ready delivered, he had still not shown it to me, and I asked to read it. I read the letter, and while the beginning was promising, the middle read like a very long whining session about how he's being persecuted at his job and it is an unfair situation he's being victimized in. This letter also made multiple references to times that he's been complained about by coworkers at work, and also times that he has complimented by customers. Throughout this letter, he also talked about how he thinks he is at the best for his position and was done a disservice, and the decision was not objective and rooted in bias against him by people who are plotting against him. I am feeling hurt that he did not send the letter to me before he took it in, and that he asked other people for their opinion but did not ask for mine. That makes me feel as though he doesn't value my opinion or thoughts. I'm a professional with lots of educational and workplace experience about business and HR, and I think that my feedback could have been very helpful. She didn't say very, but she feels very helpful. He also has sent me the other things he's written in the past. He also has sent me other things he's written in the past. I'm worried that I should have asked him to read it, and that by not asking, I made him feel like I didn't care. Also, this letter gave me the ick, and the sense of entitlement throughout it has been eye-opening. I almost always feel that he cares about me and loves me, but this situation made me feel unwanted and unappreciated. Is sending a letter not that bad, and is him not sending to me not a big deal? Am I overreacting about this letter that he gave to his job? If he thinks this letter was going to help him, he's as dumb as a box of rocks. He didn't even read the letter, but whatever. And nobody knows what the fuck is actually happening there. This is embarrassing. LOL. Especially for a 28-year-old. This shows a total lack of ability to self-reflect or take any accountability at his big age. Wow, at his big age of 28. Makes me wonder how this appears in this relationship. Even if my partner didn't ask me to read a letter like this, but did ask others, I might be hurt. But there are valid reasons for that, in my opinion, and I would ask why. But I am wondering if there are valid reasons for her to want... Maybe he knows you're over fucking... Maybe he knows you would be biased. You would be biased. And the other people wouldn't be, and the other people weren't. I don't know. I'm just offering reasons, you know? Or maybe he just doesn't... I don't want to say maybe he just doesn't care about you, because then I'll get banned probably for some reason. Mother taking vacation, expecting adult children and siblings to watch father in the house while she is gone. About 18 months ago, my father had a massive stroke and had generally been in poor health since. Living at home has been in and out of assisted living for many months during that time. Mother had a cruise booked for her and dad for the anniversary. After he had a stroke and he's like fucking disabled, he's going on a cruise, which was postponed due to the stroke. Before he had the stroke. Mother is not going on the cruise alone to not lose her deposit. Wow. Approximately a week ago, Mom sent out an itinerary for her vacation, which really had nothing to do about her vacation, but more about who's going to have to watch Dad while she was gone. I live an hour away from my parents' home, and I'm expected to take her to the airport and pick her up, as well as stay at the home multiple nights while she is gone. My sister, who lives in the same town as them, is also going to be filling in on some nights. My uncle, who is my mom's older brother, lives in assisted living himself, and does not have a vehicle, is also on this list of volunteers to stay at the house and watch my dad. She'll be gone for approximately 8 days. When I indicated this conflict with some of my prearranged social engagements, I was told that I can cancel my plans so that I could watch my dad. When my uncle, who again does not have transportation, indicated his concerns about the plan, my mom expressed to me that because I do a lot of nice stuff for my aunt and uncle, socialize with them, visit them in the nursing home, etc., that they owe her. I work multiple jobs to make ends meet. This is putting a strain on my finances from having to drive quite a bit more than usual and having to cancel plans. I crochet with a group of friends 1 night a week. Oh no, not crochet. Absolutely no compensation, of course, just guilt. Am I the asshole for not liking this? Sister and I in our late 30s. No, the asshole for not liking it. I mean, yeah. How are you supposed to like that? That's kind of... Am I overreacting? If my avoidant long distance girlfriend and I keep doing this, are you going to pay him for cakes? You didn't answer me either. I don't know. You answered. Never mind. If you're paying, I don't mind. If you're paying, then I don't know. All right, stay. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and I don't want to know at all. We're gonna go back to new, and I need to get some water. I'll be right back in 2 seconds. Oh yeah, and it's gonna be a short one today, so maybe like another 5-10 minutes, because it's Saturday. But I'll be back tomorrow between 6 and 7 again. How do I break up with someone for being clingy? Ooh, I, 23-year-old female, just recently got into a very new relationship with a woman. Oh, scissor relationship with a woman, 24-year-old female. I wouldn't usually call this an official relationship yet because it's only been a week, but it's become official rather fast. We met at a rave, oh wow, and her mutual friend introduced us. After that, we spoke via FaceTime on and off for a week before going out on a date and going to a DJ set together in which I was rolling on Molly. These people are fucking crazy. In the heat of the moment, I invited her to come over to my place, which is 2 hours away from where she lives. What the fuck? She agreed and we made a plan for literally the next day. I'm already feeling like things are moving fast at this point, but a part of that is my fault for asking her to come over while rolling. She comes over for what was supposed to be just the night, but it ended up being longer and longer just because she kept insisting she didn't want to leave and wanted to stay another night. I didn't know how to say that I wanted to be alone, so one night turned into 4 nights. At first, I was having a lot of fun. We went bowling and went out to eat and had good chemistry, but I started getting socially drained and wanted space. Yeah, obviously, pretty quickly, she started referring to me as babe and making future plans for us, like traveling or future raves. She FaceTimed her friends a lot and told me she told them all about me. I snapped one of my friends in front of her, in which my friend asked if we were official, and I felt pressure because she saw the messages. It prompted me to ask if we were official, and she said yes. At one point, she said she gets nauseous at the thought of me with any other person romantically, or when I briefly mentioned the next. By the 4th night, I was feeling a bit suffocated, and rather than being excited, kissing made me cringe a bit, and I found myself not wanting to be touched or cuddled with. Every time she called me babe and lavished me with compliments, it made me feel uncertain. Part of me, this is my fault because I didn't know how to properly tell her to get out of my house without it sounding straight up rude. No, you tell her get the fuck out. She also seemed to be jealous very early on and almost possessive. She told me when she left to not leave her messages unread for longer than 2 hours. I just felt a bit exhausted. Another problem was a lot of her friends have a common thread with my friends, and I'm worried if I break up with her, it will be the enemy amongst my friends or that I'd be disliked for it. I don't know what to do. I feel like a shitty person because of how enthusiastic she is. A part of me feels like I should try to give the relationship an honest chance, but I'm not unsure. Hell no, if you don't feel right. Hell no, if you don't feel right, you are allowed to say it and express it. Clingy is the worst. Clingy people are the worst. Are the worst types. That's the stalkers. Those are your stalkers. Or your stalkers. Run. Especially you met her on Molly. What the fuck are you thinking? Feel right. You're like you break up with anyone for whatever reason. Slow down communication. Make yourself scarce. Scarce. Say you're busy. Eventually, they get the message. You should have a conversation with her about boundaries and what you're actually looking for in someone. Honesty is really the best policy here. Yeah, they're 23. They're on Molly. I don't know if honesty is gonna work. I, 25-year-old female, broke up with my long-term boyfriend, 25-year long-term, not long distance, but he wants to fix things. What's the next step? I don't know. You tell us. What is the next step? So almost 2 weeks ago, I, 25-year-old female, broke up with my boyfriend, 25-year-old male of almost 3 years. We have been living together for over a year and a half. We adopted a cat together. I mean, we really integrated our lives together. I ultimately broke up with him because I was really scared about our future. I feel like we're fundamentally different people, and I could see us never really fully understanding each other. That sucks. I felt like he ultimately took the news well. I could tell that he was upset, but he didn't really. How long were you together? So almost 2 weeks ago, I broke up with my boyfriend of almost 3 years. Okay, yeah, it's crazy. That's happened to me too. And after 3 years, and it didn't feel long. And then after a short time, it felt like a long time. It's crazy. I don't know. I felt like he ultimately took the news well. I could tell that he was upset, but didn't really ask any questions or try to show any emotion. Is he Russian? Which has been a problem, or Ukrainian, in the relationship with him not being emotionally present. We didn't really see each other or talk to each other for a week, which is hard because we lived together. But that next Sunday, we sat down, we had a discussion, and he said he wants to try to work it out. He'll try to fix things. So he moved out to live with his parents, and now I have the apartment that we used to have together, and I'm kind of confused of where the relationship is at. A part of me feels like I might have made a mistake because I do really love him, and love wasn't really the problem. The other part of me feels like we really need to take time apart and maybe not see each other and talk to each other for a while. I don't know what to do. I mean, if why would you feel like that about somebody if you really love them? Yeah. Unless you really have your own issues and they both need to work on. That's legitimate. A part of me feels like I might have made a mistake because I do really love him. Okay, I read that. For some more context, we had a rocky moment about 4 months ago into the relationship that caused us to break up for about a month. We ultimately got back together though, and then the rest of our relationship, there's been a lot of financial arguments, and me ultimately feeling that I had to do most of the work when it came to affection or the household work. Oh, really? I can relate. The hardest part has definitely been over finances, and then for me, I struggle a lot with him not having a lot of emotional depth or looking for ways to still build connection in the relationship. Talking to my family and friends after the breakup, they all said that they see the same things that I see as well. Sounds like he wasn't fully what you were looking fully what he wasn't quite what you were looking for. You were looking for, and that's okay. And that's okay. You're super young. That's okay. You're very young. If it's meant to be, he'll come back around. If it's meant to be, it will happen. Boom. Saving lives out here, left and right. 21-year-old female pregnant. Sorry. My wife, 26-year-old female, says she'll divorce me if I don't stop watching a good podcast on Sundays instead of going to church. Whoa. I'm honestly not sure where to ask about this, so I figured I'd try here. I feel like my marriage is suddenly hanging on by a thread, and I didn't think this would turn into something this serious. My wife, 26-year-old female, and I, 24-year-old male, got married last year. We're both Christians, and we met through our non-denominational church. Church and faith have always been a big part of our lives and our relationship. Over the past several months, though, I've started questioning a lot about our church and about it non-denominational Christianity in general, especially around politics and foreign allegiances. Around the same time, I started watching Candace Owens pretty regularly. The Bride of Charlie is her best case of journalism so far. She gives me so much facts and knowledge. She is also so wise. I started feeling like I feel like this is a Candace Owens fucking PR team article, literally. I started feeling like I was getting more out of listening to her talk about those topics than I was getting out of church. Eventually, I stopped going to church with my wife on Sundays. Instead, I usually stay home and watch about 2 of Candace Owens' episodes. To me, it still feels like I'm engaging with ideas about faith and values. Even though this is a Candace Owens PR team post, I'll bite. Actually, no, I won't. Actually, no, I won't. Did I bite by commenting, though? We'll let them know that we know it's fucking... I, 24, stopped going to church with my wife and instead watch Candace Owens. Right, because Candace Owens, they want everybody to know that somebody actually thinks Candace Owens is better than church. This is definitely not a Candace Owens PR team. Or somebody from definitely not. Shit, it's probably Candace Owens herself posting this shit. Candace Owens for a couple of hours on Sundays because I feel like I learned more from her. I even posted on Facebook saying why can't you watch Candace Owens at another fucking time, you asshole? Why can't you watch Candace Owens at a different time? Different time, isn't it recorded? Time. Do you have to watch it? Do you have to see it live? Have to see it live? Going to church can't be recorded. So you're the asshole. Going to church can't be recorded. So you're the fucking asshole, dickhead. Can't be recorded, especially if you started the relationship like, oh yeah, I'm all for church, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like church no more. Fuck church. That's kind of a dickhead thing to do. This is not asking if they're an asshole, so I won't tell him he's an asshole, but we'll just say we could tell him he's an asshole, but then we'll probably get banned, so I don't want to get banned today. I get banned too often. I've been banned from Reddit like 7 times already since I started in 23 days. That's not fucking good. It's bad. It's really bad. Who do I, 31-year-old male, pick? My child's mom, 30-year-old female, or my childhood love, 31-year-old female? Let's see. I don't know. We'll tell you shortly. So this needs a lot of context, but for the sake of length, I'll try cutting it down a bit. Post edit, still very long. Yeah, why the hell is it like in half sentences and 2 sentences and 3 sentences? So this needs a lot of trigger warning. I hint at particularly difficult events, but only once for context. First names, fake. The mother of my child will be Beth. The other woman will be Chelsea. So me and Chelsea go as far back as 24 years, near enough. Does that mean 24 years ago or when you guys were 24? You're 31 and 30. Go back as 24 years, near enough. What the fuck does that mean? Childhood friends through family. Oh, they've known each other for 24 years. And we've always been on the same wavelength. Both ADHD. Yeah, so both fucking taking speed since you were a child. Some autistic traits. Only difference is she has bipolar disorder and I don't. Sure, it's a diagnosis. She went to an extra doctor that you didn't go to, is what you're saying. But either way, we just always understand each other. And we bonded quick. Kindred spirits, you could say. But back then, we were stupid, self-destructive kids. We tried to be together a few times, but it just never worked. For the life of us, we don't remember why. I mean, we were not compatible, probably. And are now just kindred spirits. I can't put it in any other way. We accept each other completely. Been through thick and thin. It's decades of history at this point. Trigger warning below. But anyway, this went on to around my 15th birthday. But now our relationship was around 6 years strong or something, and I was having a hard time in life. Won't give details, but ultimately I decided to try ending my life. It didn't stick, obviously, because you didn't try very hard. One of the many factors at the time was me and Chelsea. She was in a harsh downward spiral with her bipolar disorder, and it affected us. She hasn't been. She hasn't. She wasn't the best with. Let's say. She wasn't the best with. Let's say. She wasn't the best with. Let's say. Okay. Anyway, I got out of it, and after my attempt, I was a husk of a guy mostly, all social masking and not much else. I cut Chelsea out because she was with other guys all the time. I thought she was a kindred spirit. Just as I said, a bad path. Tried to help, but yeah, I had a lot of my own thing going on before my attempt. After that, I just didn't care anymore. After it, I just didn't care anymore. Until I hit around 19 and met my ex-fiancée Beth. Started as friends with benefits, and as the time, it's all I cared about. Cut it short, I scarpered after I realized I was falling for her. What the fuck does scarpered mean? I scarpered. They left. What the past tense? Scarpered past. What does scarper mean? Informal British English verb. What the fuck does it mean? Scarper. What does scarper mean? Is a British slang term meaning to run away, depart. Oh, I dipped. I dipped. I fled. All right. We swerved. I got it. I scarpered after I realized I was falling for her. So he cut it out of there. He got the fuck out. After I realized I was falling for her. We got together around a year later and worked through it. Important, but during the times and Beth, important, but during the time me and Beth were together, Chelsea ended with a guy and got better, pregnant, but eventually broke up still learning details on when and how, etc. I couldn't explain it, but Beth just found her way inside and made me human again. We were together around 3 years before COVID hit. Moved in together. All that jazz. She was pregnant just as lockdown hit. And well, it took its toll on us. I'm thinking he meant toll. Well, it took its toll on us, like a lot of others. I do love her, but our breakup was messy, and even before then, I was trying to help us. Up to recently, around 6 years after splitting up. Intimate issues, financial, nothing malicious, no cheating, just lack of communication sums it up. But it went on for years, literally just shy of a decade if you only count the time after our breakup. But that leads to now, or 2 weeks ago. I'd spent the 2 years, including her pregnancy and after, trying to help her with her eating disorder, with her postnatal depression, with a lot of things. But she's the journaling type. Nothing's ever spoken. This went in for years. Like I said, even to now, I tried everything. 2 weeks ago, I gave her a letter for myself and our engagement ring back, and it basically said I cared about her. But I need to back away. I put my life on hold too long to try and help her, and I can't be the only one to try anymore. If there's still something here and she wants to try, she has our rings. I wasn't expecting to meet anyone. I wrote that, but also said if something did happen again now, I'm not going to push it away this time. But in these 2 weeks, I talked to Chelsea again, and call it being adult parents, our history, but we just clicked like kindred spirits, like nothing changed. All bad history gone, just like, kindred spirits. We just had mutual tears of missing each other, past mistakes we made against each other, and we agreed on a date basically right away. Then jumped to today to Beth, who has basically finally reached out to talk. Assuming about us. Sorry, I'm just entertaining myself. Assuming about us. Where am I? Yeah, it might be that time. Assuming about us because she sent me Only Love Can Hurt Like This song. And she clearly wants to talk about us, but I don't know if I want her back anymore. I do truly love her deep down. I mean, she made me human again. Gave me the son I never thought I'd have. Accepted that broken man I was when we met. And loved me anyway. I mean, damn, she is the mother of your child. You should probably get back with her, bro. You know, as somebody who doesn't have a child, I say you should get back with her since you have a child with her. Like I said, I've cut a lot of out and it's still long as hell, but my soul bound to her. No, that's called you having a child with her. That's probably why your soul is bound to her. But after taking that step back from years of getting nowhere, of talking to Chelsea again, talking it out with the guys in my support group, Andy's Man Club, if you're in the UK, I don't know if I want to go through with everything with Beth again. I want and I will always support her. That's never changed. But in respect of being with her, I don't know if I can. I mean, I feel I should because she's the mother of my child. We could be family again. It'd be a lot of work from her and needed, probably from you too. But I don't know if we or I could ever love her the same again. You don't know if you don't try. But with Chelsea, I could just be happy from the get-go. I mean, legitimately happy. Talking with her and crying together, discussing the past. We both realized we should have tried harder, and neither of us want to mess around anymore. Chelsea knows because I told her things I should hear Beth out, but I don't know. But yeah, basically that's it. Do I try figuring out, try a three-way for the daughter, try a three. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe try to fix your family first because that's what God would want. That's what God would want. And it would be best for the child, realistically. So this is, I'm going to give him great advice. So this is what you do. This is what you do. If you care more about the child's life, you will try to fix your family. However, if your needs are higher than your daughter's, then you do what your heart desires. Your daughters. Then do what your heart desires, you scumbag. No, I'm just kidding. Daughters, then do what your heart desires. Scumbag. He won't know what the hell scumbag means, but we're just going to put it up there. We'll just call him a scumbag. Man, maybe try to fix your family first because that's what God would want. And it would be best because we're God-fearing Christian on our new account. Maybe try to fix your family first because that's what God would want. And I mean, I 1,000% believe in God and Jesus and all that. So technically, it's true. Maybe try to fix your family because that's what God would want. And it would be best for the child, realistically. So this is what you do. If you care more about the child's life, you will try to fix your family. However, if your needs are higher than your daughter's, then do what your heart desires. Scumbag. He said, man, what the fuck is SB? It's scumbag. It's you asshole. Why do you have to ask this silly question? Go fix your fucking family. Just kidding. I don't know. Or am I? I think it's a wrap for this beautiful Saturday night. I'll be back tomorrow between 6 and 7 live. YouTube, live, Rumble, live everywhere. I love you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Please click the like button. Click the like button. Anybody who watches this, click the like button. It's free. Just click the like button. Please click the like button. Thank you. And I would really appreciate it if you click the like button and the subscribe button. Love you all. Thank you for watching.